There are certain phrases and stories that have an impact on us. They sometimes bring back fond memories with a character, or make us cry from loss or joy, or sometimes both. The reason why these phrases or even recurring actions mean so much to us is that we have seen them repeatedly in multiple contexts. To put it simply, these repeated ideas are motifs that can be seen everywhere throughout art and storytelling. Take Hamilton's "wait for it, my shot, and satisfied," or even the repetition of
I could do this all day.
what these phrases do is provide callbacks, unifying threads throughout a story, and aid in expressing the theme. In Disney and Pixar's 2017 film Coco, we see the motif merge seamlessly with the movie's themes of remembering the past. By integrating the central motifs of Remember Me and Seize Your Moment and this theme, Coco's writers create an emotionally resonant and enjoyable story. So how did they integrate these two? On the surface, it seems as if the phrase "remember me" would go directly with the film's central themes, and it does. This motif, however, works to reveal the story's theme slowly and deliberately. Coco's central theme is that of memory and remembering our family's past as it was, and not as we might think. This theme can be seen everywhere throughout the film, such as with Mama Coco's dementia, how the Rivera family hates music due to Mama Coco's father having left them, and the fact that the story takes place on Dia de los Muertos. But all the while, we have these motifs of "remember me" and "seize your moment" showing up in key scenes throughout the story, revealing more about both themselves and the characters, thus bringing the story's themes and emotional center into sharper focus each time we hear the phrases. For those who haven't seen the movie and don't care about spoilers, "Remember Me" is a famous song within the story world, written by renowned singer Ernesto de la Cruz. It became his most beloved song and was even carved on his tomb. Along with this, "Seize Your Moment" was a famous saying of the singer and was also carved on his memorial statue. De La Cruz ended up dying in the middle of his career when a bell fell on him during an over-the-top performance of "Remember Me," and it is this performance that seemed to fully negate the song's meaning. On the other hand, the song in and of itself was written by Echo Rivera as a parting gift to his daughter, who happens to be Mama Coco and Miguel's great-great-grandfather. Plot twist! We discover this by the film's end when Miguel and Hector are trapped in a cave. The difference between when Hector sings "Remember Me" here versus when we first encounter the song is that it is sung from a place of deep longing instead of De La Cruz's hoopla of a rendition. The reason for this shift in the song's tone comes from the fact that we've heard it, or seen the title, roughly 6 or 7 times by this point in the film, allowing the audience to see the motif throughout several different contexts. Earlier I mentioned the further along in the film the viewer is, the song's true meaning comes into closer focus. This plays into the subtle tone shifts the song takes throughout the film. Each time we hear it, a little more context is added to the song's true nature. An example would be in our second interaction with Hector, where we see a poster of "Remember Me" juxtaposed with the character, and having him say, "I know De La Cruz." This helps us associate Hector with the motif, giving us the idea where to connect him with the song. Again, this is seen when Hector's backstory is revealed to him having been murdered. The camera closes in on Hector's songbook, showing us "Remember Me," thus indicating it was written by him. Within the next 5 minutes, we are then directly told that Hector wrote the song for his daughter, to help her feel connected to him. This acts in direct contrast to De La Cruz's renditions of the song, and is given further credence once we discover his true motivations. When the truth comes out about De La Cruz's nature, we are told that his reputation is very important to him, which makes sense that if he's forgotten, then he'll fade away and lose the life he built for himself, even in death, thus motivating his attempted murder of Miguel. In effect, De La Cruz has taken "Remember Me" out of its original context and pushed it into one of selfishness and greed. Without the motif's prevalence, we wouldn't have this undertone. The motif showing itself repeatedly allows us to go deeper into its true meaning while seeing De La Cruz's corruption of the song. This, combined with the movie's other motif of "Seize Your Moment," reveals De La Cruz's character by showing what each of the phrases mean. I want to take a minute to discuss this second motif. "Seize Your Moment" is De La Cruz's version of "Carpe Diem," albeit a darker version of the saying. Nevertheless, he uses it to justify his subjectively evil actions with the whole murder and attempt of murder and all. We're introduced to the saying early in the film when we first hear about De La Cruz, and even when Miguel is watching a series of De La Cruz tapes he owns. It becomes clear that De La Cruz is more than willing to do whatever it takes to seize his moment. Even in the film's climax, he says it before throwing Miguel off the stadium wall, showing he has taken the statement and misused it to justify anything to keep himself alive. But that's none of my business, you know? Once we see these two motifs come together, the film's themes begin to grow clearer. Coco deals with themes of remembering the past in its true and original context, and if this is not done, then we get the injustice of a murderer gaining all the glory while his victim fades out of memory. The motifs are used to create a thread throughout the film, unifying all its parts together, bring out the themes in an emotional symphony. They are used to point to the story's heart, and without their use I don't think the film would have been as emotionally resonant as it is. We see the motifs moving forward, shifting and evolving from a false memory into their true form. One corrupt to heartfelt and the other heartfelt to corrupt. It is taking these two and putting them in tension like this that adds to their effect. The tension creates emphasis and allows the writers to explore the evolution of the motifs throughout the story. Though the technique is simple, it creates a powerful emotional and thematic effect. The two effects are inextricably linked together as the emotions are highest when the film's themes are at their deepest. While there are some intense emotional moments in Coco's first act, I'm talking about the scene where Abuelita freaks out over Miguel having a guitar. The motifs of Remember Me and Seize Your Moment are not being invoked. While this moment is definitely emotionally impactful, it serves more as a catalyst for Miguel than an exploration of theme. However, the aforementioned well and stadium scenes are both emotionally intense and thematic moments, as we see the motifs invoked in their truest forms. When Hector sings Remember Me as he did to Coco, we see the heartache the song is meant to invoke, not meant to be a popular tune to make money, but a powerful connective bond between father and daughter. The same can be said for Seize Your Moment, as De La Cruz by saying,
I'm the one who's willing to do what it takes to seize my moment. Whatever it takes.
Thus showing how he has taken this inspirational statement and twisted it to be used for his own selfish ambitions. What makes these motifs so powerful is their believability in these instances. All throughout Coco, we have seen the motifs crop up every so often, which makes us used to them and provides familiarity and connection with them. But as the motifs are repeated and we see the deeper meanings of each statement, we look at their true meanings saying that they make sense. A part of this has to do with the story's setup, which was the topic of a previous video, but we look at Hector and De La Cruz's, even the whole Rivera family's actions, and with the motifs they make sense. It makes perfect sense that the Riveras would produce a song like Remember Me, and despite the past hurt would come together to protect one of their own, even changing their minds in how they give Miguel his family blessing to send him back to the land of the living. It also makes sense that De La Cruz would act selfishly as he was willing to do anything to become famous, even killing his best friend and stealing his song. Ultimately, Coco's use of motifs provides the film with an extreme amount of unity and thematic significance. Without them, we wouldn't be able to experience this movie as the fun and emotional roller coaster that it is, and it would lose much of its thematic weight. I would even argue that it would be less believable as a story without them. Really, motifs are used as one of the chief writing devices in the story, giving extra depth and life to its characters, and helping us to always remember those who came before us. Thank you. I would like to thank all of you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. It really does mean a lot to all of us here at Will the Phoenix Writer, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe as it really helps us out. Please leave a comment, let us know what you thought, and yeah, just keep writing, guys. Keep pressing on, keep writing, and we'll be back next week with another video. Thank you.